Oh, I know. The hate is real, my nigga. As you can see, man. If you watch my previous video, you know that Adidas wasn't even looking like this. Yeah, man, everything that I buy, they get jealous. This is why I don't even waste my money on clothes anymore, man. I just stick to the old ones that's told up. Feel me? Waste my money on something else. Dig? How did I put those words together? They're wishing on my deathbed. That's what the fuck they wishing on. They wishing on my deathbed. Anyway, man, today's another day. As you can see from the background over there, it is hot outside. Feel me? This is my front view, but it's also you seeing it from the back view itself. As you can see, when you look into your past, you will see your future. So here I am in the middle, which is the present. I got the camera pointing to the back of me, which has a reflection of my front. So your past is a reflection of your future, but you're in the present itself. You know what I mean? And that's how it works, you feel me? If I had to break it down, that's just how it works, you feel me? This is the reason why you can travel faster than the speed of sound itself, or the speed of light. You feel me? Because it has already occurred. Yeah. If you try to travel faster than the speed of light, you can't travel faster than something that has already occurred. Like, it's like by the time the light that is hitting us right now, it takes so long. There's so much space in between Earth and where that light is coming from that it has already passed. Like, the projection of that light itself has already passed already. It's past tense, but it's coming to us in the present right now. This is the reason why you can't travel you can't travel faster than the speed of light, because it has already happened. It already happened already. So there will be it's equivalent to the cars passing by right now. If a car passed by extremely fast and I didn't see the car pass by, but I heard the sound of the car passing by and I try to catch that car, what I'm trying to catch is the sound of the car. But I'm not catching the car itself because the car has already passed by. So now here I am looking for the car, but the car's already gone. And I'm like, it's like one of those fast planes. So the speed of light itself is that fast that there's no way you can go faster than the speed of light itself. And if you think of light in that form, and you think of time in that form, because time is the measurement between 2 points, then you can get to see that most of the things that we put so much into, is like, there's no way of calculating these things. There's no way of measuring it. I mean, what measurement are we going to use to measure such a thing? First of all, you feel me? We can't measure this. We can't even define it. You feel me? But I don't want you to lose hope, because you still got the future in your hands. You feel me? You still got the future in your hands. You can still change God's mind. How many minutes I got? Yeah, we got roughly a good 8 minutes. Solid 5. Good 8. Shaky 10. Look at the guy. This gentleman walks as if he's about to fall over. Like, his body, like, he's moving. He just walks as if he's just gonna fall face flat on the floor. Feel me? So here I am. I already explained this in my other videos about our past, present, and our future is all in the now. It is all in the now right now. There's no such thing as the separate. You see, humans read these things separately. We tend to break things down and try to read things separately, but it's all in one form. It is. It's almost like an atom, and when you break the atom down, you see there's a proton and a neutron, but none of it can really work. It cannot be an atom if it doesn't have those two components, and the proton, the neutron, and the electron. You feel me? All those three components need to be in there for it to be an atom. So the past, future, and present is all in one. That's like time in itself. That's time. That's the past, future, and present. That is time. But we break things down and put them in different categories, thinking that we can understand and look at it from each individual point of view, without having to see, okay, the reason why each one is separated, or there's a reason why things exist. You feel me? I'm trying to tell it like the way I see in my mind. There's a reason why things exist. You have to ask yourself, why do I like to use ceiling fans for some strange reasons? You'd be like, why does this exist? What purpose does this thing, let's say thin, what purpose does this thing has? I mean, we can use it for a lot of things. Let it pass. He's a hater. We can use this thing, whatever the thing is. You can use it for a lot of things, but what is its main function? Like, what is its main significant function? I can take one of the wings, one of the arms of a ceiling fan, and use it as a weapon for discipline purpose for my kids when they act up. Or I can use it for a leg on a chair, but I know it functions best. Don't worry about them. But I know it functions best on a ceiling fan because the way it's designed, the flatness of it, it can cut through the air and bring in more air and spin more air. So I know that that's its function. There's a lot of things that's created that is being used, or we use it in a definition of other things, but we're not using it for the right cause. So when we take a look at the past, future, and present, we just see it from an individual point of view, and we're not seeing it from the holistic point of view. What is it part of that makes it it? That's what I'm trying to get at. And that's time in itself, man. If you take a look at time, right, and you take a look at space, time and space are the same thing. But yet we separate them and look at them. We look at it from two different point of view. But you cannot separate both of them. You feel me? It's like it's impossible. That's why I came with the idea. I'm like, time is an illusion. The time that we think we see is a clock. There's a difference between a clock on a wall and time itself. People associate the clock or the clock on your watch. Somebody stole my watch, by the way. That's crazy. Yeah, that shit just got me mad. They stole my watch. That shit is crazy. But there's a difference between a watch. Let it pass. A watch is a clock. It's just a counting down. It is a counting down of things. It is the observation of the earth itself, and see that it takes this amount of days and this amount of minutes and this amount of months for the earth to come to this particular point. So it's the clocking of it. And we've already done the math and we clocked it, and this is how we got our clock, which is precise. You feel me? It's precise to the rotation of the earth itself around the sun. So that's a clock. But what is a time? You feel me? And that's what people get confused. People associate both of them together, and I'm like, no, that's not. You feel me? I'm not saying nothing new. I'm pretty sure they knew that already. And if you didn't know, well, now you know that the clock on your wall is not a time. But yeah, we associate time with that. That's not time. Time is the measurement between a point A or a point B, or between two distances. You feel me? So time is a measurement, the measurement that we use. But the real question is, what kind of measurement should we use to measure time itself? I mean, let me talk to you. People who are not intelligent hate these kind of topics. You feel me? They be like, what the fuck is he talking about? I want something else. He needs to concentrate or something else. This is too... But this is simple. Like, I just want you to use your own mind and think about this shit. This shit is easy as it comes. She's good, baby. Feel me? So time and space is the same thing. When space appeared, right? When space appeared, this is when they started. This is when time also appeared. So time is the measurement between two distance. So if it's a straight line, if space started out as a straight line, that means that time also appear at the same time. It's crazy. I try to make it as simple as possible. You see, time space and time is the same thing. So when space became possible, right? At least that's an idea, because we don't even know where space came out of. You feel me? That in itself has a whole nother math to it. I'm trying to get to the math part, because once time arrived out of space, this is when math came into picture. Because now when you're measuring distance, now you're using math itself. But the math was always around. We understand math from our point of view. The way we perceive it is how we measure things. You feel me? So hold on, let me see if I even got time. Shit, nigga, I gotta start walking. So space came, and space birthed time, and time birthed math. You feel me? And math is what all the world is ruled upon. This is where the clock. This is where we got the concept of a clock, and we associate clock with time. You feel me? Because if let's assume that I'm space, my first appearance is 6 feet. So time will be from this point to the bottom of my feet, or from one arm to another arm, or whatever measurement it wants to do. So time and measure is the measurement between two distance, or any form of distance, in any 3D form or 4D form, or whatever kind of D form that you dimension. You feel me? That you want to measure it. So like I like my last video that I put out, I said respect birth fear. Because when you have respect for somebody, you will naturally have fear for that person, because you don't want to lose that person's you don't want to disappoint that person. So you naturally have fear for that person. And my whole thing on this series is what birth what? Why is this word so significant? What makes this word so unique? And most of the time when I think like that, I understand that some of these words and some of these meaning and some of these topic came from other topic. You feel me? You ask a question, guess what? You might get an answer, but there's going to be more question coming out of that question that you ask. And that's what intelligent people know now. That the more question that you ask, the more question that's going to come out of it. You never really going to get a solid answer. That's why I said, just reframe your question. Ask a question. You feel me? Don't look for answers. Ask questions. That's where you got to question everything. You feel me? That's the whole point of it. Just got to question everything. So, I got 2 minutes and let me walk this way. So, what was I talking about right now? Space and time again. You see, I've been talking about space and time for a few years now. And it makes sense every time in time when I speak about it. See, space and time are together. So they basically together. So I say, you can say time birth space or space birth time. I say space birth time. Then as space birth time, time itself and math, basically it's like the same thing, but it just expresses itself in different way. Just like when Bible used the word itself is knowledge itself. But yet it's like, we separate it to articulate ourselves, but they basically the same thing. Knowledge from the beginning, from the very, very, very beginning of time. And when you look at math is the language that universally everybody speaks. That's the only language that we speak universally. You feel me? Everybody speaks math. You feel me? That's the first language in itself. So even everything that we are today, everything that we know and things that we do not know was already prepared already before we even came in contact with it. And we just got to be out there to discover these things. There's so much more to discover. We still trying to get used to the things that we've already discovered. Feel me? Space and time. Feel me? How did I start off? I went into space and time. Then is the past, future, present, which is time itself. You see? Time in itself. Because when time appear out of space, even the measurement from top to bottom and to the future itself, it's like that's time in itself. You feel me? We are everything that we think of. Our very first appearance was there. We appeared. I gotta go. I'm trying to show you something that we appear in spirit. The body itself is living something that has already been done already. But it is what it is, man. You feel me?